Alright, welcome guys. Today we're going to do a bit more on our select functions, our select statements. We're going to just add a thing or two to what we learned before. So select everything from dim employee gives us our total table. Okay, now if I want to see the first 10, first 20, I'm going to say select top 10 of everything from dim employee. Remember, I've always told us that it's simply just telling it something that's in your mind. That thing that is in your mind, you're trying to convert it to a SQL statement, a SQL query. So I just said select top 10 of everything from dim employee, and it's giving me this. So this gives me the top 10 items in this table. If I want to see the bottom 10, it doesn't work directly like that. What I'm going to do is use the order by statement, which we've learned before, to order it by. So you're going to order by the bottom and then select the first, order by in the opposite order, and then select the first 10. Okay, so if I want to see the last 10, so remember it's ordered based on employee key. So I'm going to now say order by employee key, and this is in ascending order. So this time around I'm going to say in descending order, and then give me the top 10. So this gives me the top 10, the bottom 10 items in this particular table. Okay, so that's one thing you can do also with the select statement, right? What if I want to see now in this table that we have, in this table that we had different titles. So I want to see the unique titles that we have in this particular table. We want to see the unique titles. All right, so I'm going to use the distinct function, the distinct statement, and then I'm telling it give me the distinct title. So simply communication, select distinct title from dim employee. Please pick out the unique titles from dim employee. If I do that, it gives me a list of the unique titles. Okay, let me copy this. I shouldn't have been deleting them. So we had top 10. Okay, so let me make this available for. Okay, so we had this, and then we had this, and then now we have the last one we just did. Oh, distinct. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this gives us the distinct items in any particular variable that you want to see. Okay, what if I want to count? I want to count how many rows that I have. Okay, I want to count how many rows that I have. So if I say count, we're slowly getting into, so oh sorry, I should have highlighted this. So it tells me that there are 296 rows. Are we good? So maybe I want to know how many males do we have. So if I want to say how many, this is how many rows in data. Okay, so I want to say, maybe I want to find out how many male employees that we have. So if we want male employees, we are just going to filter for when gender is equal to male. So this tells me that there are 209 employees that are male in the organization. Okay, if we want to do for how many married employees, Okay, so you're counting where marital status is equal to married. So it tells us that there are 148 married employees. Okay, so you see how simple it is, right? This helps you to just count. Okay, maybe I want to see, we've seen the list of the distinct items, right? We've seen the list of the distinct titles. So I want to see how many distinct titles do we have. How many distinct titles do we have? So before I go that, let's look at the distinct titles again. So we know that there are 67 from this, and you can see each of them, they're unique ones, but maybe I want just the number. How many distinct titles in the organization? Okay, how many distinct titles do we have in this organization? Now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to tell it count distinct title for me. Count distinct title for me. So that tells me that there are 67 distinct titles in this organization. Of course, you can alias as number of titles. Deemed employee. So we now know that there are 67 unique titles that we have listed there. Okay, so there are much more we can do with the select statement. Let me just see if there's one or two other things I can just add for us. There are so much more, and the beauty in some of these things is that you only eventually get to learn them with more practice. Okay, you only eventually get to learn them with more practice. So okay, what if I want to see the average base rate? Okay, if I want to see something like the average, so the function for average is avg, the average base rate. I would strongly advise, if you're using a function like this, that you close the bracket and then type in your variable name inside, so it will be easier for it to suggest for you. Okay, so if I do average base rate, it tells me that the average base rate is the average base rate is 18.5068, right? If I want to see what is the maximum and minimum vacation hours, what is the maximum and minimum vacation hours? So let's start from the start. Select, hold on, from deem employee, and I want you to select max vacation hours. I want to see, so you obviously can see now that you can join different of these commands together. Max minimum vacation hours. Maybe I still want to add let me do what I've done before. Count distinct title. Okay, so I'm just arranging this so I can. So let's say max vacation hours. Let's call this mean vacation hours, and let's call this job positions. Okay, so if I run this carefully together, I know that the maximum vacation hours is 99, minimum is 0, and the number of job positions available are 67. Okay, So let's say we want to find out so let's do this together. Try to see if you can think of the query as I'm doing this. We want to find out the number of employees older born before 1980. Okay, we want to see the number of employees born before 1980. So select from dim employee. So we want to do that, right? So we are going to be counting every one of them, but we have to put our condition is that where the birth date is less than, and since it's a date, it has to be quoted 1980 0101. So this tells us that 161 of the employees were born before 1980. So there are so many things you can do with the select statement, and over time with more projects and examples that we do, we are going to see them. Okay, now we've somehow introduced us slightly to what we call aggregation functions: count, max, mean, average, sum, and so on and so forth. Okay, of course you can also see, so let's just add that. Okay, we'll see that in other functions, so in other examples, so let's not over push it. So these are more things you can do with your select statement, and in our next video we are going to go into group by, which is aggregation statement, how to see information based on a group of items. Okay, so see you in the next video.